Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the ancient wisdom that's completely transformed my life, and might just change yours too. In a world that feels increasingly chaotic, with endless notifications, mounting pressures, and constant uncertainty, what if I told you that philosophers who lived over 2,000 years ago had already figured out how to stay calm through it all? That's right. The Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, developed practical wisdom that's shockingly relevant to our modern lives. Today, I'm sharing 12 powerful Stoic lessons that have personally helped me maintain my calm during life's storms. These aren't just philosophical concepts, they're practical tools you can apply immediately. Whether you're dealing with work stress, relationship challenges, or just the general anxiety of modern life, these Stoic principles can be your anchor. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on content that helps you live a more intentional life. Now, let's explore how ancient wisdom can transform your modern reality. Lesson 1. Focus on what you can control. The single most powerful Stoic teaching is the dichotomy of control. Here's the key insight. Some things are within our control and others aren't. Our happiness depends on focusing our energy on what we can actually influence. The Stoics would say that the only things truly within our control are our judgments, our actions, and our responses. Everything else, other people's opinions, external events, the weather, the economy, these are outside our control. As Epictetus wrote, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." Try this. When facing a stressful situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, practice accepting it rather than fighting it. This simple mental shift can instantly reduce anxiety. Lesson 2. Negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive, but one of the most powerful Stoic practices is something called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Basically, the Stoics regularly contemplated worst-case scenarios, not to be pessimistic, but to reduce anxiety and increase gratitude. Seneca advised, "Remember that all we have is on loan from fortune, which can reclaim it without our permission, or even advance notice." Here's how to practice this. Take a moment each morning to imagine what your day would be like without something you value. Your health, your job, your relationships. This doesn't make you negative, it makes you appreciative. Lesson 3. The view from above. The Stoics had a powerful meditation technique called the view from above. Imagine rising up, seeing yourself from higher and higher until you view the entire planet, the solar system, and beyond. Marcus Aurelius regularly practiced this, writing, "Think of the whole universe of matter and how small your share. Think about the expanse of time and how brief your moment." This perspective shift instantly puts our problems in perspective. That deadline that feels all-consuming, that argument that ruined your day, from this cosmic perspective, how significant are they really? Try this quick exercise right now. Close your eyes. Imagine floating upward. See your current problems shrinking beneath you. Notice how your breathing naturally slows. I use this whenever I'm catastrophizing a situation, and it works wonders. Lesson 4. Amor fati, love your fate. Amor fati, love your fate. This powerful Stoic concept means not just accepting what happens, but embracing it wholeheartedly. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." This doesn't mean being passive. It means working with reality rather than against it. Think about it like swimming in the ocean. You can exhaust yourself fighting against the current, or you can work with it, navigating within its flow. Next time something unexpected happens, try saying, "This is happening exactly as it should. How can I use this?" Lesson 5. Memento mori, remember death. The Stoics kept death front and center in their minds, not to be morbid, but to live more fully. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When we remember our mortality, we stop postponing what matters. Let go of petty concerns. Appreciate each moment, make better decisions. I keep a small reminder of Memento Mori on my desk. Every time I notice it, I ask myself, if this was my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? Try bringing this awareness into your life and watch how it transforms your priorities. Lesson 6. The obstacle is the way. The Stoics had a remarkable attitude toward obstacles. They viewed them as opportunities. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Instead of seeing problems as unfair burdens, the Stoics saw them as training for developing virtue, opportunities to practice wisdom, chances to demonstrate courage. Here's a simple practice. The next time you face a challenge, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" I started doing this when I was young, and it completely changed how I approach difficulties now. Lesson 7. Practice voluntary discomfort. The Stoics regularly practiced voluntary discomfort, deliberately putting themselves in uncomfortable situations to build resilience. Seneca, who was incredibly wealthy, would regularly practice living as if he had lost everything. He would eat simple foods, wear basic clothes, and sleep on a hard mat. Why? Because when we deliberately practice discomfort, we reduce our fear of it, we increase our confidence, we gain perspective on what truly matters. Try these simple practices. Take a cold shower, skip a meal, sleep without a pillow, walk instead of drive. I started implementing these small discomforts, and I found that my threshold for stress has dramatically increased. Our Lesson 8, Pause before responding. The Stoics emphasized the crucial space between stimulus and response. Epictetus taught, "Make it your practice to say to every harsh appearance, 'You are just an appearance and not at all what you appear to be.'" In modern terms, when something triggers you, pause. Question your initial interpretation. Choose your response thoughtfully. This simple practice has transformed my relationships. When someone says something that initially upsets me, try implementing a 5-second pause before responding in emotional situations this week. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Lesson 9. Practice gratitude. Daily gratitude wasn't just a nice idea for the Stoics, it was an essential daily practice. Marcus Aurelius began each day by listing what he was grateful for, writing, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Modern science confirms the Stoics were right. Gratitude physically rewires our brains for well-being. Here's a simple but powerful Stoic gratitude practice. Each morning, write down 3 things you have that someone else wishes they had. The beauty of this practice is that it takes just minutes, but transforms your entire day. Lesson 10. Circle of concern to a circle of influence. The Stoics understood that we waste immense energy worrying about things outside our influence. Epictetus advised, Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. This concept is so powerful that modern psychology has adopted it as the circle of concern versus circle of influence model. When we focus on our circle of influence, our energy is more effective, our stress decreases, our circle actually expands. I noticed this when I stopped obsessing over and particular things and instead focused on what I could actually change. Try this. Make 2 lists, one of everything you're concerned about and another of what you can actually influence about each item. Then focus exclusively on the second list for 1 week. Lesson 11. View from multiple perspectives. The Stoics practiced seeing situations from multiple perspectives. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This practice helps us reduce judgment, increase empathy, find creative solutions, stay calm during disagreements. Next time you're in conflict with someone, try this. Stoic exercise. Write down your perspective. Write how the other person might see it. Write how a neutral third party would view it. Write how you might see this in 5 years. This one practice has probably saved more of my relationships than any other. Lesson 12. Focus on virtue over outcomes. Finally, the Stoics believe that true peace comes from focusing on virtue rather than outcomes. Seneca wrote, "The wise person can lose wealth, public position, and even health, but still be happy, because their virtue cannot be taken away." According to the Stoics, the 4 cardinal virtues are wisdom, making good decisions; courage, doing what's right despite fear; justice, treating others fairly; temperance, self-discipline. When we focus on embodying these virtues rather than achieving specific outcomes, we find a calm that can't be shaken by external events. Try asking yourself, am I acting with virtue rather than am I getting what I want? Conclusion and call to action. These 12 Stoic lessons have stood the test of time because they work. They're not just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools for navigating our chaotic world with calm and purpose. Let's recap what we've learned. Focus on what you can control. Practice negative visualization. Take the view from above. Love your fate. Amor fati. Remember death. Memento mori. See obstacles as the way. Practice voluntary discomfort. Pause before responding. Practice daily gratitude. Focus on your circle of influence. View situations from multiple perspectives. Focus on virtue over outcomes. Which of these resonated most with you? Let me know in the comments below. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from these ancient but timeless teachings. Want to dive deeper into Stoicism? I've created a free downloadable guide with daily Stoic exercises you can start implementing today. Find the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on practical philosophy for modern living. Until next time, remember what Marcus Aurelius said: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Stay strong, stay centered, and I'll see you in the next video.